the dichotomy of hope and despair. Hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a particular thing to happen. That's what the dictionary says. But what is hope really? Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness, as Martin Luther King Jr. puts it. This might seem cliche, but I completely agree with this. Hope is the ability to believe in a positive way forward, regardless of the hardships one may endure. It is a never-ending engine that drives people's belief. Hope is humanity. Today we are going to discuss the Shawshank Redemption and how hope prevails over despair in every conceivable way. I plan to guide you through a well-woven video that discusses the colors, sounds, camera shots, camera movements, diegetic and non-diegetic sounds, and how they're used to enhance the cinematography of the Shawshank Redemption. Through the phenomenal use of filming techniques, we are able to see Red develop as a person, and this growth is shown through two specific scenes, and these scenes represent the difference between despair and hope.
In 1949 and asked me to smuggle Rita Hayworth into the prison for him. I told him, no problem. Andy came to Shawshank prison in early.
Please excuse the change in audio, but this is gonna happen. But let's get into it. The way we are introduced to the Shawshank State Prison is through an establishing shot, which is generally how film settings are introduced. The lighting and sound used also tell us a story of their own. When we are introduced to the setting where most of the movie takes place, the sky is grey, the ground is grey, their uniforms are grey, everything is grey. Frank Darabont creates this monochromatic environment that instills a sense of despair in its inmates. This is emphasized even more when we realize that the grass outside is alive and brimming with life, whereas the grass inside is dead. This contrast suggests that the prison and the real world are in separate dimensions. Excuse me. Freedom appears to be unattainable. For a better understanding of the filming techniques used, let us move on to the scene.
Damn straight.
I have Mr. Mozart to keep me company.
So they let you tote that record player down there, huh?
It's in here. In here. That's the beauty of music. They can't get that from you. Haven't you ever felt that way about music?
Well, I played the mean harmonica as a younger man. Lost interest in it, though. Didn't make much sense in here.
Here's where it makes the most sense. You need it so you don't forget.
Forget.
Forget that there are places in the world that aren't made out of stone, that there's There's something inside that they can't get to, that they can't touch. It's yours.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Hope. Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing.
The beginning of the scene is a medium shot, where the camera pans across until it's framed as an over-the-shoulder shot. This initial camera movement introduces us to the characters around the table and shows us how intimate their relationships are. The first part of the scene is also filled with diegetic sounds, people eating and talking in the background, which creates the feeling that we, as the viewers, are actually in the room with them. Moving on to the colors in the scene. Everything is again gray, which creates a sense that there will never be an ounce of hope, and that it will forever remain that way. This recurring gray represents a lack of hope. Lastly, an important aspect of the first part of the scene is that the focus of the camera is on Andy. In the second part of the scene, the colors remain the same, but the camera changes from a mid-shot to a close-up. This change makes the scene more intimate, allowing us to engage with the characters and see their expressions more clearly. Non-diegetic sounds also begin to play in the background, the film score, you may say, making the scene feel more sinister. Notably, Red's face is only half lit, a technique that makes him seem villainous, as if he is the antagonist to Andy, who is hope personified. We can also see his sincerity in the over-the-shoulder medium close-up. Moving on, Red is hopeless. He is drowning in a pit of despair and illusion, sadly unable to even dream of leaving Shawshank. This is who he is, having spent so long in prison that it has become his home. He was known for something in this place. He had a role and he was a part of a functioning society. In reality, Red was scared of the change that would happen in the outside world and the change that would happen within himself. Why? Because change involves diving into the unknown. And the unknown is a scary place to explore. This is why Red was hopeless. He was in despair. But then Andy's escape ignited a spark in Red that would later turn into a burning fire of resilience and determination. From the moment Red was put on parole, his sole mission was to find Andy's gift and make his way to Zihuatanejo. Approaching the end of the film, Red becomes a completely different person. He transforms from a mere shadow of himself to someone who has hope. After all those years, he unlocks hope, and this revelation is best shown in one of the film's final scenes. Let us take a look at it.
I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel. A free man at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain. I hope I can make it across the border. I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope.
Incredible. Truly incredible. Ellis Boyd Redding is a free man, and moreover, he's excited. This scene truly encapsulates the growth Red has undergone from despair to hope, from imprisonment to liberation. Red has become a new man, a transformation highlighted by the colors in the scene. We see a myriad of different colors, such as white, red, and green. The editing of the scene is done in such a way that the colors pop and feel warm. We also see the camera zoom in from a long shot to a medium close-up, allowing us to see Red's expression as he looks out of the window in anticipation of finally reaching his friend. Perhaps this scene of him looking out the window signifies a new outlook on life, a new future ahead of him. In the Shawshank Redemption, Red's transformation is clearly portrayed, showing his transformation from despair to hope through the use of captivating cinematography. We see the difference between Red's former and current self. As we see him grow, we understand that hope prevails over any hardships that one may go through. Hope is bigger than any feeling or word. Hope is life. And to finish off, I would like to leave you with this quote, eloquently said by Martin Luther King Jr. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. This quote truly captures the essence of the topic in this video.